This is Olympus Winery, formerly known as Etco. It's a winery that is mid-evolution right now, cutting back the numbers and focusing very much on really high quality wines. It's very, very exciting to be here and witness the transition firsthand. Hey tasters, today we're at Olympus Winery and I am here with a wine artist. This is Santiago. I tasted, and I will leave a link to that video, I tasted Plegma Mavro and I fell in love. It's an absolutely gorgeous wine and this is the creator and I had to meet him. So I'm here today. It's a really, really busy time, but he's too polite to say no, because today the receiving grapes harvest is happening right now. So here we are, the grapes are being received and we'll take you step by step through the process.
This is Lefkada, it's local variety. All of you, I think you know Lefkada, is very aromatic. What we are going to do with this is a rosé. Yeah, I try to make it reds, but they're a bit difficult with the tannins. They're a little bit dry sometimes. But yeah, I make my experiments, and this year and the last year I made also rosé, and was good, and I think it's beautiful for rosé.
Is Lefkada too tannic?
Yeah, I think the tannins, they don't get ripe properly. Yeah, maybe if we can find the good plot, this plot that is magic for Lefkada, but generally it's not the case. Yeah. So what we can do is to read the potential of the variety. For me, it's more for a rosé, yeah, rosé wine. Yeah.
I like rosés that come from grapes with a lot of tannins because they're more savory, more food friendly, I think.
So yeah, the aromatic profile of Lefkada is very interesting. It's very particular. You can find flowers. It's terpenic. It's like the muscat, but being red. No? For me, and it's good for rosés for that reason, no? Because it's very aromatic. So it gives you this punch of flowers and fruit. No? For mixing also, but yeah. So yeah, we are gonna crush the grapes, the Lefkada that you saw there. What we are gonna do is not directly press. We are gonna crush the grapes and put them here in the tank for the cryomaceration, yeah, for 1 day approximately, 24 hours. With this, what we have is more extraction of color and aromas, the most interesting for the rosé. And we'll keep it here with low temperature. Now we switch on the chiller with the tank, and it's going down the temperature slowly. You can feel it cold.
That's ice cold.
Yeah, so around 7 degrees, 24 hours, it's gonna be okay. So tomorrow in this time we'll be taking out the grapes from here. We open the door and by hand we remove all the grapes, and we send them with this pump that you can see here to the press for the pressing. And then starts the process like white wine. Pressing, racking, and fermentation. Yeah.
That's very exciting. This is pushing the grapes through to this machine, which removes the stems, and the stems go up. They will become fertilizer. So where is the juice going?
The grapes are coming there, and under this machinery, the stem crusher, we have a pump, and the pump pushes all the mass to the tank, for the cryomaceration or the skin contact. So as we can see, the juice now doesn't have color. The color is on the skin. So that is the reason that we make the skin contact in the tank, because this variety, and normally all the varieties, they don't have a color in the pulp. So we need to extract with the time and cold temperature all the color and aromas.
This is great. This is really exciting. So, is this the Lefkada that's pumped into the tank?
Yes.
Excellent.
So what we finished the crushing. The machine is stopped now, and what we need to do now is to empty the pipes. So we have an amount of grapes inside the tanks, and we empty those grapes with water. We push with water, and here NIKOS is he knows perfectly when the grapes are finishing. So he will shout to the guy who is in the machine to stop the machine and to avoid the water coming in the tank. So we see now how the grapes are coming in the tank. Yeah, it's a long way from the machinery that we saw there until here. So yeah, it's a couple of 100 kilos that we have to empty.
And it's very cold. I can see cold air.
Yes, the chiller started working, and yeah, it's chilling quickly. It's like a snake.
Yes, it's like a snake. It's absolutely mesmerizing. I'm learning so much today. This is wonderful behind the scenes at the winery on a busy harvest day. Such a treat. Hey tasters, it's been a couple of months since that beautiful summer day, and here I am back in the office. It's cloudy, it's a little bit rainy, it's November. I have nearly finished editing this video, but it's made me very nostalgic for Haggipavlu rosé. And of course, the vintage that I saw being created on that beautiful harvest day, that's the 2020 vintage, and it's not available yet. The 2019 vintage of Haggipavlu rosé is actually a blend that includes Lefkada, but also Cabernet Sauvignon. So it's not exactly the same rosé, but that just makes me wish for the 2020 vintage to come to the market all the sooner. Let's get into this wine, shall we? Screw cap, love it. Rosé should be immediately available. Look at that color. That's how to bring summer into a dull winter day. Santiago is a magician when it comes to wine, and he has captured so much freshness, so many aromas in these rosé. Lots of flowers, lots of berries. And the divine acidity. I love a savory rosé. This rosé is the kind of rosé that will pair with anything, absolutely anything you care to put on the table, from sushi and seafood and salad all the way to roasts, because it just has a little bit of fruit and tannin, just a touch, a lot of acidity, a lot of beautiful fruity aromas. It has the personality of a white wine and the character of a red. So there you have it. From that beautiful harvest day when I saw Lefkada rosé being made to this winter day with this Cabernet Sauvignon Lefkada blend. This is one vintage before the 2020 vintage that I saw being made behind the scenes at the winery. So Olympus Winery is the daughter company of the historical winery Etgo, which was a very important winery in the history of Cyprus winemaking. And look at this H on the label. That's what you should be looking for. When you see this in the shops, you'll know that Santiago made the wine, and trust me, that is all the recommendation you need. Beautiful wine. So tasters, I shall finish editing this video, and I am sure this rosé pairs perfectly with video editing, but I am also making fish stew for lunch, and I have no doubt it will pair beautifully with fish stew as well. This wine goes with everything. So no more sunshine, no more bright, happy, relaxed summer days, but on the other hand, it's boot season, so that's your silver lining. I shall see you next week.